In this tutorial, we'll go over the steps for creating a TED-Ed lesson. And here is the outline for the steps that we're going to be following. So to create a TED-Ed lesson, first you'll need to create an account at www.ed.ted.com, and then you need to log into your account. Next, you will click on Find and Flip button located at the top of the screen. Then you will locate the video that you would like to flip through searching or through copy and paste if you already have something that you would like to build a lesson on. And then it's as simple as clicking on the button called titled Flip This Video. And you can add any additional materials such as questions, additional links, and then you just need to save your work. So let's take a look at how we can do all of that. So for starters, I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to just type TED-Ed because I can never remember the exact website even though I gave you in the previous page. In the future, chances are this is how you're going to come to this. And once you see on the top, again, TED-Ed lessons, click on that. And on the upper right corner, let's click on register. So go ahead and fill out the information that you see in your screen to create your account. And once it has been created, I believe you're going to be asked to go to your email to verify the account, and then you can come back to the same site. And this time on the upper right corner, click on the login key so that you can log into your account and start creating the TED-Ed lessons. And here I have logged in with the name Science Path. Let me just mention that I've seen several people having trouble logging in, especially with the registering step. So I assure you that is definitely the hardest step. If it takes you a few times, you may have to close the entire browser and then come back and do that. But once you've done that step and once you log in with your name, password, and user ID, the remaining steps are not going to be as hard. So right here at the top of the screen, we see the Find and Flip button. So let's just click on that. So already it's giving us a search box where we can type in the topic that we're looking for to create a lesson for, or if you already have a link, you can just directly put the link in here. So it's going to do a search within the YouTube videos. I'm just going to put here the atom. I want a video about the atom. You could be more specific, the structure of an atom, whatever you are looking for. At the moment, I'm not going to be very picky. I'm going to select a very something I see right away, say this one. Of course, you want to make sure this is the one you want. Preview it. What you may want to do is first go to YouTube, specifically search all of them. Find a specific video that you like and then come back here, because the thing is, once you create the lesson, you will not be able to change the video after that. So this step is really important. Make sure you select the video that you really would like to present in your lesson. So I'm going to select, I don't need to preview it right now. I'm going to assume this is the one that we want. All we have to do is then just click on Flip This Video. And it gives you a chance now to change the title of the lesson. Currently, it's Understanding the Atom. That was really the title of the video, automatically becomes the title of the lesson. In the Let's Begin section, you can introduce the lesson to your students. In this lesson, you will learn about, etc. So you can put your objectives, etc. And notice that there is a link button here. If necessary, you can highlight a text and insert a link if you would like to give them more information about what they're about to see. The video will be under the Watch tab, and we can go to the Think tab to enter some questions. So here you have a choice of selecting between multiple choice and open answer questions. Let's go ahead and enter a multiple choice question. What is an atom made of? Say protons. And I clicked on the Add Answers tab on the top. Electrons, neutrons, and all of the above. And select the correct answer and click on the Next button. And there's your question, and you can preview it. If you like what you see, you can save it. If you would like to go back and change any of the answers or change the wording of the question, you can click on those tabs once again to make your changes. If you like what you see, just click on Save, and that question will be saved. Then for the next question, you just click on the little plus sign or create your own question at the bottom of the screen, and it gives you a chance to do the same thing over again. I'm not going to enter another question, but that is how you would do that. And once you have entered your questions, notice that you will also have a chance to sort the questions in the order that you like. And if you make a mistake later on, you'll always have a chance to edit the entire lesson and to come and make any changes that you wish to make. And then I like to also put something under the And Finally tab. Again, this is basically a text box. It allows you to enter any information that you'd like to give to your students. Typically here I like to enter maybe a conclusion of what they were supposed to learn in the lesson. Also perhaps if you have additional resources like maybe a website where they can do some practice problems. So we can write something like, here is a website where you can get some practice. And I will select the website. That's where I want to form my link. Click on the link button and select insert link. And at the moment, I'm just going to type, let's say, www.google.com. But of course, you go ahead and enter the correct link that you'd like to link that text to, and I also check the box open link in new tab, insert. And as you can see now, it has already been hyperlinked. All we need to do is right now finish the flip, and that saves everything, and then we can go ahead and preview what we have done. So you will get a screen that looks just like this. Well, at this point, if you click on this arrow, it's going to basically play the entire video or take you to the screen just as your students would view it. Or you can go back, click on the edit button, and that will give you a chance to make any changes. At the moment, let's just preview it. So there is our video. Okay, and let's click on the Think tab. And right away you will see the questions. If there had been more questions, they would be listed up here, 1 through 10. The maximum, I believe, is 15, and the students can click on it. Let's just pick an answer. Let's say, I will say the answer is neutrons. Check my answer. They say no, try again. I'll go back. Maybe the answer is all of the above. Check my answer, and then if it's correct, you get a nice green big correct sign. And again, if there were more questions, students would be able to click on them at the top and go through all the questions. And when they click And Finally tab, you see the link that we created is active. And when you click on it, a new tab opens, taking you to that link that we just entered. Now, let's just say that there was a problem with this and you wanted to go back and edit the entire video. So first of all, let's go through the steps for editing your lesson. So to do that, first of all, we're going to click on your name that appears at the upper right side of the screen. Then you will select the lesson to be edited by clicking on the small red circle. You will make the necessary changes and then save your work. You can then preview it, and there's also a way to copy the link so that you can give it and share it with your students. Now let's see all of that on the actual website. So the name right now is Science Path, so I'm going to click on that. You'll have your name once you've logged in under your account. Okay. Here you will see a list of all the lessons that you have created. Right now I would like to go to the newest one that we just created together. Click on the little red button right there to edit, and click again to edit. And let's just say that the title was not right. Maybe I want to say understanding the structure of the atom. And it's interesting that you don't even have to add anything except for the title. The only thing that is required to flip a video is you need to make sure there's a title, and actually you also need to make sure there is something, at least a sentence or so in the Let's Begin section. You don't really have to enter questions. And again, this will allow you to view a video away from YouTube without all the distractions, without any advertisements and so forth. It will not display the typical things that you normally see on YouTube on the right-hand side. That will be all hidden under your TED lesson. So we made our changes. We come down at the bottom. I'll go ahead and save the changes. Okay, and now um, I would like to click on the edit button once again to point out to you one more thing. Is in this edit screen, you have a few choices. First of all, right now it says your lesson cannot be flipped. If you'd like to allow others to be able to flip your lesson, typically there's a button you can click right here to say yes, flip my lesson. And the other thing is here, copy to clipboard. If you do that, basically this is the link that you need to give to your students so that they can access your lesson. Right now it has already been copied to clipboard, so you can paste it in your document. You can put a link at your Edline account, or however you wish to give this link to your students, you can certainly do that. Now there is also a way to flip not just a YouTube video, but to flip another person's lesson as long as they have allowed for the reflipping. So for instance, here's a lesson right here, solving basic equations. I'm going to go ahead and get the link for that. So copy to clipboard the link, close that. And let's say that you were given this link and you would like to reflip this video. So what you can do is you can go all the way at the top, the URL address location, and do a right click, paste the link that you have. If you already know that there is a lesson you'd like to reflip, and if you know that this is the link to the lesson, and press enter. And notice the lesson appears, and if it was allowed for this lesson to be reflipped, you will see this orange button over here, flip this lesson. So you can click on that. And it doesn't even require you at this point to make any changes. If you'd like to just, reflip the lesson, the creator has given you the permission, so now it's going to appear under your name, and maybe that's the way you'd like to present it to your students. Or perhaps you want to come down and change some of the questions. You can delete, you can add questions. The only thing is it's not going to allow you to make changes within a question. You can delete or you can add new ones, but you cannot change the already created questions in a TED lesson. And then you can finish the flip. At the moment, I'm not going to save that, but just know that not only you can flip a video from YouTube, but you can also reflip a lesson that was already created. So for instance, I'm going to go to our math supplements page, or you can go to any web page. If you know there's already a lesson somewhere, for example, this one right here, I'm going to do a right click and copy shortcut. Say that this is the lesson that I want to reflip using TED Ed. So then I can go back at the top, do a right click, paste it, press enter. There is a new lesson that I'm trying to reflip. As long as the permissions were granted, you will see this button appear over here, flip the lesson. Then I can click on this, and just like before, you can make the necessary changes, and then you too will have a chance to decide if your new lesson can be reflipped again, and so forth. And when you're ready, when you're happy with what you have created, just click on Finish Flip. And that concludes our presentation on how to create a TED Ed lesson, and I hope that you have found it helpful.